Welcome back. We have another episode of Let 'em Ride for you. We're going to be looking at the 4-game WNBA slate for Tuesday, July 16th. And we're not going to break down and analyze those games in this video here because we are now doing that on the Guy Boston Sports channel. So make sure you check into the description and into the pinned comment. I'm going to put a link for those videos down in there. So if you would like to click in and catch those full breakdowns and analysis, you will still be able to find them over there. But we are not done over here on Let 'em Ride. We will still be dropping content for you daily. We'll just be doing a shorter, condensed version of the videos over here where we recap our picks from the night before and then look at that slate of games and look at our leans for that game as well. And then in the meantime, guys, I've been thinking about some other things that we could be doing on the channel as far as WNBA content. Power rankings weekly is the first thing that came to my mind. If that's something that you guys would like to see, a weekly power ranking, I'd probably drop them on Mondays. That's when I'm off work, Sundays and Mondays, so that's the easiest way for me to add another video into the mix right now. So if that's something that you guys would be interested in seeing, please throw that down in the comments. I have no problem getting it together, but I also don't want to make content that the people are not looking for. So if this is something that you're interested in, like I said, please throw that down in the comments, and we'll get that in the works. But in the meantime, like I said, you will catch those full breakdown and analysis videos like we have been doing over on the Guy Boston Sports channel. If you're looking for just a quick little snapshot and you want some picks, you can still come here, guys. But either way, like I said, great content on both channels. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe on both sides. That way you're not missing out on anything. The Guy Boston Sports channel is amazing. They have MLB content, NBA, NFL. So you're going to catch a lot of information over there as far as which way you want to go betting-wise. And now, like I said, our WNBA content will be there as well. And then football season, once it rolls around, guys, I will be doing some full breakdown and analysis videos on the NFL weekly here as well. So still hit that like button, still hit subscribe. We got a lot of stuff coming your way still. But without any further ado, it's enough rambling on and on and on. Let's talk about our picks from Sunday. We did take the Sun laying 8.5. Now, this was easy money, y'all. The Sun cashed without leaving a doubt. They win that one by 27, 96-69. We put a full unit on that one, and it's good, man, because we only put a half unit on our other two plays, and we end up with that dreaded red X, right? We have Ka Copper over 20.5 points. Like I said, just a half unit. Now, Ka has 10 points after one quarter play. She comes out aggressive as hell. 14 at the half. That's 17 going into the fourth. So we only need 4 more points. For whatever reason, she just stopped looking for her shot there in the fourth quarter. Now, DeJounte Carrington did play excellent defense on Ka throughout that second half, but something felt strange about that fourth quarter. It just looked like every time down the floor, Ka's just kind of chilling off on the side somewhere. She's not really looking for the ball, and if it did find her, she's immediately looking to pass the ball off to a teammate. So kind of just strange. I don't really know what happened there. I don't know if Carrington just got in her head, or maybe it's the fact that the game was already out of reach and she's wondering, why the hell am I even out here still? Why am I not on the bench catching some rest? I don't know. I don't know what's up there, but we don't cash on that one. We do take the Dream first half team total under 35.5. We also put a half unit on that one strictly because that number was so low, right? I was scared to put a full unit on it. But the Dream's offense has just been horrible, right? And the Seattle defense has been pretty damn good. So it felt like a good play to me. I still would probably play it again if I had the opportunity. But the Dream, they jumped out the gates and they put 23 points up on Seattle. So right off the rip, I'm like, man, I'm ready to write that one off as a loss. But then in the second quarter, we see Seattle's defense show up like I had expected. They start getting some stops. They're forcing some turnovers. And I start to think, all right, hey, we're alive here. Maybe we got a chance. Well, we land right on the hook here at 36, and we don't cash. So a 1-2 night overall. Those 2 losses, like I said, are half unit plays. So really more or less like 1-1 money-wise. We still look to improve, though. We don't like to have these losing nights. We're looking to have winning nights, guys. We are up 7.57 units on the year still. We are 34-27 overall. So nothing to cry about too hard, right? But we look to be better. So, hey, let's look at our leans for tonight's games, and let's see if we can be better tonight, man. Let's get back on the winning side of things and have a winning record tonight. So let's dive right into which ways we are leaning for these games here. I've got 4 things that I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at the Mercury laying the 4 points. Now, the Mystics, they've been covering dogs throughout the course of the season. They got a 16-7-1 record to the number. But if you look at this closely, with lines that see them as 5-point dogs or shorter, they are 4-4 with 1 push in there. And then the Mercury, they're 14-10 to the number, but as favorites of 5 or less, they sit at 3-1. So as long as Phoenix isn't without multiple players, I like them here on the road to bounce back with a solid win before the Olympic break. But be sure to check into the injury report. Phoenix has had some late scratches lately. Right now, they just have Charisma Osborne and Suge Sutton listed as out. But like I said, be sure to check into that injury report. And then the Storm, I got them laying the 9. That's where I'm looking on that one. The Storm are winning by an average of just under 15 points in their 16 victories this year. So I'm going to lean Seattle laying the 9 in this one against a Sparks team that just struggles offensively. They're wildly inconsistent, and also wildly inconsistent on the defensive end, going up against a Seattle team that has been elite on the defensive end. And then that leads me into my next play. I'm looking at the Sparks team total under 76.5, just for those reasons right there. Inconsistencies on offense from LA, elite defense from Seattle. I mean, what else do you need to say there? Then the Sky, first quarter, catching the 5 points. Chicago has consistently played teams tough in the first quarter, and they have won 10 of their last 11 first quarters now outright, despite a 5-6 straight up record in that time. Now Vegas is just 5-5 straight up in the first quarter. So, Vegas tend to kind of start off a little bit slower in these games, and they kind of ramp up in the second quarter, and then just put these teams away in the second half. And like I said, Chicago, it's kind of the opposite. Chicago just comes out aggressive, and especially against these more top-tier teams, I've noticed a pattern in that. And then they kind of drift away in the second half, and they've kind of gone ghost on us a few times in the fourth quarter. But yeah, in the first quarter, like I said, they have won 10 of their last 11 just outright. So we can get them here catching 5 points. I like that a lot. So guys, that's going to wrap it up here for another episode of Let 'Em Ride. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit more of a shorter, condensed version for these WNBA videos now here on the channel. But once NFL season rolls around, we will be doing our full breakdowns and analysis for the NFL each week here on Let 'Em Ride. And in the meantime, you can still catch our full analysis and breakdowns for the WNBA just over there on the Guy Boston's channel. So make sure, like I said, to check down into the pinned comment and check down into the description as well. I'm going to have the link on both of those, right? And then as far as these plays are concerned here, guys, like I said, they are all just leans right now. But if I make any of these plays official, or if I find anything else that I like before tip-off, I'm going to throw all of those down into the pinned comment. So make sure that you check back in. That way you can see if you'd like to ride along with me. Or maybe you check back in and you're like, I don't know what this dude's thinking, man. All these picks are trash. Maybe you decide you'd like to do the opposite. So whatever you guys decide to do, though, make sure you throw them down into the comments. That way we can talk about it. And I'd love to see what you guys cook up, man. You guys cook up some bangers down there in the comments. And I love to celebrate with you guys down in those comments when you be winning on those bangers that you be cooking up. So make sure you throw them down there, guys. But hey, that's going to wrap it up here for another episode of Let 'Em Ride. If you found the content helpful or useful in any kind of way, please don't forget to smash that like button down there and hit subscribe if you have not already. That way you don't miss out on any of the content that we are dropping. And hit share if you can. It is definitely helpful in helping the channel continue to grow. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, let's go catch a bag tonight is what I was trying to say, and I just stumbled over my words like a complete fool. So hopefully, not too many people caught on to this one right here at the end. Hey, have a great night, guys. I'll see you on the next one.